Welcome to Chasing Spiritz, where we explore the strange, the supernatural, and the unexplained. I'm your host, Ethan, and I'm with my co-host, Reed. Reed, say hello now.
Hello.
A little wacky there, but it's fine.
Reed, say hello now.
Now. Say it now. Reed, are you
We got
excited?
surprised with some snow this morning.
It's actually still snowing right now. Looking out the window.
Oh yeah, it is for me too. That's crazy.
It's nice. Too bad it's not like
Is
a
it?
lot. I wish it was more.
Really? I'm kind of over snow this year. It didn't snow that much, but I'm kind of like, like just want
You're
the warm
done with
weather.
the snow we haven't had yet?
Yeah. After
Fair enough.
Christmas, all the snow can stop.
Yeah, I kind of feel that. But I mean, I think, honestly, like the March time, February, March, like that area, it just snows a lot. I feel like that's like the worst times
Yeah, I
for
know it
weather wise.
sucks. Hopefully we don't get anything too crazy. I mean, maybe one big storm would be cool, like a few feet. That would be
A
insane.
few feet. Oh my god.
Yeah. You remember that? We used to get that like 3 feet of snow.
Speaking of feet,
Ah,
today's cryptid is the Fresno Nightcrawlers. The walking
ooh,
pants, as some would say.
the walking pants.
Do you like that segue?
I did. I don't know what it has to do with feet, but
Because they don't have
but yeah,
any.
they don't.
Supposedly. We'll talk about some footprints, though.
Okay. Oh, so they do have feet.
Well, up for debate. Anyways, we just did a quiz on the Fresno Nightcrawlers before we actually recorded this part. And if you guys want to, or you guys probably heard it now if we put it at the beginning, Reed failed.
I did. He has to choose my topic for next week.
I know. Oh, what am I going to choose, actually? I really got to think
Hmm,
about it. I want to think long and hard
you
about it.
do. Nothing too stupid. You're
Nah,
probably
we
gonna
won't
pick
do
something
like, I'm trying to think of it would be a funny one to do. Squonk.
stupid. Oh my God.
Yeah, the squonk spirit. I don't know. I'll think about it. But, anyways, let's get into today's topic, which we briefly talked about earlier, the Fresno Nightcrawlers. Reed knows a little bit now, but we'll discuss it some more. So, the Nightcrawlers. The first sighting of these guys took place in Fresno, California. That's where they get their actual name from, Fresno Nightcrawlers. The first sighting came from a man named Jose, who captured the Nightcrawlers on his home security camera. Now, I don't think I showed you the footage yet, but we can watch a quick video of the footage. I think there's a YouTube of it if you want to take a look.
Let's do it. That's crazy. That's cool that it has a like the first encounter is a video. That's really cool. I feel like that's a first.
So that's the thing. This really blew up on the internet. I'm actually truly surprised you never heard about this because this was huge. If you were like one of those people that looked up like alien sightings or aliens are real, this video would pop up constantly.
That's crazy.
Yeah, it took the internet by storm in 2007. But I think the guy, I don't know if I wrote this down, but Jose eventually went to a UFO convention, and that's where he displayed this footage. The original footage is missing. But they have this
Huh.
footage of him recording like the screen, which I guess makes sense because 2007 is a long time ago if you think about it.
Yeah.
What actually like happened to start everything is Jose noticed that his dogs were barking, and then that's when he went and checked out his security camera because I guess the area is kind of like not like the best area, so they have a lot of break-ins and stuff. So he installed it, and then you can see like the two figures walking across the lawn, like they kind of like glide. You saw how they moved.
Oh yeah. That was
They like
weird.
float. It really is weird. So that's the thing too, because his brother, Jose's brother, claims that there were found footprints outside, but the rain washed them away before the investigators arrived.
Oh.
So I'm like, I don't know, because people say they float and glide. How would they leave footprints then, right?
How would they leave footprints and also
How convenient.
yeah, like that sounds a little odd.
Right. It seems kind of like a hoax. It's tough to hoax that because there's no string. There's no blah, blah, blah. We'll get into it a little bit more because Fact or Faith is the TV show that goes into it and they talk about if it's hoax or not.
Mm-hmm.
But we'll discuss it. But for the description of these guys, so you saw how they kind of looked. They're short creatures, about 1.5 meters tall, which is like roughly 4.9 feet. Most of their height made up of these long, thin legs, which is kind of how they
It's
cascade.
like they're wearing pants though. It literally is like they're wearing pants.
That's what people call them, the floating pair of
Yeah,
pants.
that's so weird.
They describe them as pale, white, kind of grayish. They have no arms and a small upper body. And I can show you a few pictures what people claim these guys look like.
Is this the only video footage?
No, that's the thing
Oh.
too. There's more. So that's what people draw them to be like, which honestly in the video, that's kind of what they look like.
Yeah, it is. I didn't see the eyes though.
I didn't see the eyes either. I don't know why that video claimed there was eyes. I don't think there is. Maybe they do have eyes. I don't really know. You couldn't tell from that video. There's no glare or anything.
Yeah.
This isn't the only sighting. A larger version was spotted in Yosemite, and it appeared to have webbing connecting to its knees to its torso.
Webbing. Hmm.
Yeah, I don't really know what it means by webbing, but I assume it's like the connection in between it, which is kind of the same. But Yosemite is not that far away either. I don't know. I think I have the distance of Yosemite too. It's about 122 miles north of Fresno.
Okay.
So they could have, in theory, walked there. I mean, it took place a few years later, but they could have got there. And there's also another creature that looks similar to these guys, but is 7 feet tall, and is the Carmel area creature in Ohio. Some people claim they're similar. Yeah, that's what the Ohio one's called. They have like backward bending knees and stuff. They're not, honestly, they're not that close, but people will compare them to them, which is funny. My question to you is, though, what do you think makes them unsettling? Because this video blew up, so people were kind of scared of these things for a while. I don't know how you feel about them. Do you find them creepy or anything?
So far, I mean, yeah, like it's creepy, but so far, I guess I don't know enough about the other sightings because that's just like camera footage, which is still terrifying. That was in that guy's backyard.
Oh
Like,
yeah, that's
what
the
is
thing.
that?
It's literally in his yard.
Yeah, that is crazy. It's more of like a what is that thing right now. I think I gotta hear more of the encounters and things or other sightings.
Oh yeah, no, we'll get into it. Like I said, I have one encounter, which is funny. It's obviously from Reddit, classic Reddit.
Yeah.
But the other encounters that actually took place, which are claimed, we'll get right into those right now. So the second one was the Yosemite National Park in California, and it took place in 2011. It claimed that park surveillance cameras captured two creatures, one tall with webbing from its knees to its torso, and a smaller one about 1.5 meters tall, which is the same size as the Fresno's.
uh, Park surveillance as in video or
Oh,
people?
we'll show the video right now. Don't you
Okay,
worry.
I'm excited. Okay, okay.
And then just for reference, it is 122 miles away, and it was pretty much 4 years later. So they could have, in theory, floated or glided all the way to the Yosemite. There's a reason why I bring this up. The next one's crazy. But let me show you the footage from the Yosemite Park real quick. Okay, so that's the Yosemite footage. What do we think after watching that?
Scary,
Okay,
but
great.
cool as heck. I really like this one. That's crazy.
Like I said, this cryptid's really cool because it's like a lot of videos. There's even more too. I got at least one more video to show you. But the next sighting, this one's crazy, Reed. Guess where this one takes place? Wild guess.
Wild guess where this one takes place?
Mm-hmm.
Massachusetts.
Poland. Extremely
Okay.
close guess. It does say there's a shaky handheld camera recorded, a recording of this cryptid. I don't know if I can find it really quick. Let me see
Oh,
if I
you
can
can
pull it
find
up.
it. That's right. If we have one more, we can keep going.
Oh, got it right here.
Oh,
Also, I'll show you that in a second. But basically, they found very similar traits with this cryptid that's in this forest. But here's my thing. This is in 2017. So I feel like this has more potential to be a hoax.
okay.
Right? You know what I mean? Because you see this thing online. You see the Fresno cryptids. They're blowing up. 2 million views on YouTube. It's like 10 years later. CGI is better.
Mm-hmm.
Easily faked. I mean, this is also 5,800 miles northeast of Fresno. This is nowhere near that.
Yeah.
So that's where I'm like, a little unbelievable on this part. But I will show you the footage now, and we can definitely discuss it. Also, all the footage that we have here, I'll try to condense it. Maybe we can put it on Instagram. Can you post multiple videos on Instagram?
Yeah. Yeah, you can.
Okay, perfect. So we'll do that. So they'll be in the same order as I talk about them. Okay. You see what I mean, though?
Yeah. No, that's it could be faked. It was really terrible video, but I mean, you never know. That it still looked like it could be real, just like I mean, maybe that's why they did it that way because the recording is so bad, but like it's hard to tell if that's anything fake, but it is
Yeah, like
insane.
I said, my problem with it, it's such a late time to have such terrible footage. 2017, we had the iPhone, what, at least 6? No?
That's true.
I just feel like it could be a hoax. It also kind of looks like someone's walking on stilts.
I was gonna say that. Like that one looked more like a person, like walk. Like the other two videos were like pretty cut off torsos and things, and super long legs, and like you said, it was like glidey more.
Right.
Then that one kind of looked like someone walking.
Yeah,
Still interesting though.
it is really cool. But Reed, this isn't the last one. Can you guess a wild year what you think the last sighting is so far?
The latest sighting, I think,
The latest, the newest.
the newest, 2021.
You know, that was actually a really good guess. It's 2020, April 25th, and it's in Billings, Montana.
COVID time.
Yeah, that was actually right in the money. A home security system recorded a nightcrawler gliding through a yard at 9:45 p.m.
Okay, I'm excited. I don't know why.
Mhm.
It still can be edited the same, but for me,
Right,
seeing like footage on
more
like a
credible.
camera or something, like a stationary camera like that, it just feels more real. I don't know. Than like someone on their phone.
Yeah, I think even with pictures too, it's like the video just feels nice because you can see everything. Like you see the time
Yeah, and the
frame.
movement too, like
Right.
that.
You get a lot more details. Also, just another fact: Billings is about 1,100 miles northeast of Fresno.
Okay.
So keep that in mind. They could have walked there. It's like what, 13 years later? Anything's possible. Let's pull up the video right now, and I'll show you this footage, and we'll talk about it.
See, the quality's so bad on that one, and it's making so much sound that literally could be a person. That like nothing about that looked like it couldn't be a person.
Yeah, I agree. It's also funny because it's like super, super quick, and then like it moves to the right and then moves back to the left, right out of the camera. So it's like, okay.
Yeah.
I mean, it looked creepy, and the sounds made it really creepy, but I don't think it was really that real.
No, it just looked like it could be a person. Like there was nothing about like the leg. Like yeah, I could see what they're saying with the legs. They looked a little like longer, but it's not like there was nothing about it that didn't look like a person.
Right.
Wasn't enough.
Yeah, it definitely wasn't enough footage to make it real. Question for you though, I have. What do you
Yeah.
think about the sightings being so far apart? Do you think it's like more believable,
Uh,
or is it kind of like,
so do you I have a question for you. Do you think
okay,
this is a ghost
rebuttal?
type creature? Cuz that's how I kind of depict it.
I think my problem with it being a ghost is it doesn't really like fade in or out. It's not transparent. In my mind, like a ghost would be like transparent, like light would kind of
So
go through it.
so you think cryptid over ghost or alien?
Well, I didn't say alien. It could be an alien.
Could be
Or
an
like it could be
alien.
something from another planet and it just happened to show up and then that's what it's walking across. That's why it doesn't have legs. I mean arms.
I have a
Or like, you know
question.
what I mean? Yeah, go for it.
Besides the one in Poland,
Hmm.
this hasn't been seen in person.
In
This is
person? Oh,
only
okay.
on
Yeah, it's all
camera
from
footage.
security. Correct. Yeah, it seems like
Could
that's the
this
case.
be some sort of paranormal entity that is only seen on footage?
Oh, okay. So like a paranormal anomaly, like where it's
Mm-hmm.
like maybe this camera specifically picks up that. I mean, it could be right,
That's what I'm thinking.
like a security camera ghost.
That's what I'm thinking. Just because I don't know if I believe the Poland one. That's a little out there.
Yeah, it looked like stilts. I agree. I don't think that one's all that real.
So like all the other encounters, and especially the Fresno one, is on footage. I mean, the dogs are barking, but I also think dogs have other senses. You know what I mean? Like
Right. They would
stronger
send something.
senses and things.
That is true.
I don't know. It's just possible, just from the circumstances. I'm just trying to figure out like what it would be, because if that's the case, I don't think it's crazy. I think it's more crazy that these things go 100 miles to Yosemite and go on that camera. What was the time frame between the first footage and the Yosemite footage?
The first footage is 2007, and the Yosemite is 2011. Okay. Where did I leave off? I mean, kind of talking about the sightings here. I don't know if you answered my question though. What about the distance? Do you find it more believable?
I know I kind of trailed off a little bit.
You did. It's fine. I like where you
I
went with it
just
though.
that's what I'm trying to figure out though. Like, is it? I'm gonna say no.
Totally agree with you. I could have given you a no right away.
I know I just took 10 hours. No, but I just it just seems to me like some sort of, especially the gliding, and it's all
Hmm.
white. You know, it just seems more like a paranormal type thing or alien than like a, say, like a Mothman. Like just Mothman is one guy in the woods seen in like a specific area a bunch of times. It just seems like more than that to me. I don't know.
Yeah, I definitely understand where you're going with it. And personally, I think it has any option to be an alien or a cryptid. I think it lies more alien, just because the way it moves. It could be from, like I said, a different planet, so that causes it to have different features. Maybe it's interdimensional. Who knows?
That's true too. Could be.
Yeah. Something that I thought was kind of funny. Some of the origins for this thing. There's actually earlier claims suggesting that night crawlers were part of Native American folklore, but it got debunked. So
Oh, it got debunked. Okay.
yeah, there's no evidence that ties them to Native American, like
Mm,
Native American legends, which I thought was cool though. Can you imagine if it actually had something that was tied to that?
yeah, that would be insane. It'd kind of be like the same way like aliens are depicted. A lot of aliens and stuff are depicted in like old drawings and stuff.
Right. I mean,
Kind
it
of
very
bring
well
it full circle.
could be. They just never found any evidence of it. Someone
Okay.
probably just claimed
Okay.
it online. Like I said, this thing blew up on the internet, so everyone was talking about it. So everyone was just making origin stories, and there's a lot
It's
of
so
fake
funny.
stuff.
I'm just so out of the loop with that stuff. Like you probably knew it right when it not maybe not in 2007, but like as it started blowing up, you were probably like seeing stuff on it.
Yeah, I wanted to ask you, did you ever watch like alien videos on YouTube? Because when I was little, I'd Google them like on YouTube, like oh, like real alien footage. I would
Yeah,
watch
no,
them.
I was more honestly, my searches were more Bigfoot.
Really? Okay, fair.
Yes, and like creatures. I didn't really go into aliens too much, but yeah, that I did watch those shows like Ancient Aliens. I watch all the time.
It is a good show.
That one's a good one. I'm sure I've watched some of the other ones over time, but I think Ancient Aliens was History Channel.
Yeah, I think
Um,
so.
so I loved History Channel. I think I've already said that in the pod, but like I watched a lot of History Channel, so I feel like that's why I got so much of that.
I think Ancient Aliens is based on like actual, more historical stuff too. It's not
Yes,
like
no, they
finding
use
Bigfoot.
yeah. They are more evidence based. Like they obviously there's still word of mouth that they talk about, but they like showing. They have like experts talking about it. They like showing a lot of like structures and things that back up certain claim. Like it's more of like an evidence based thing, which
Right, it
some of
makes
the
it
other
more real.
shows are like, is this real? Which I think is cool too, though, in its own way.
Right. Now let me ask you, did you ever watch Fact or Faked?
I don't know.
Oh,
That is one
really?
that like if I saw it, maybe I'd be like, oh yeah, I've definitely seen this, but I can't picture it right now.
It was on Sci-Fi. It's honestly, it was a really, really good show. It got canceled, obviously, because you know how things are with paranormal stuff. It usually gets canceled after a
Oh
while.
yeah.
But they ended up doing the Fresno Nightcrawlers in one of the episodes. They did like a UFO and a Fresno Nightcrawlers episode. Like they kind of do
Okay.
two different experiments for two different footages that they find.
Mm-hmm. That's
So the
cool.
team went in and they tried to recreate the footage. They used like puppets, people on
Oh.
stilts. They used CGI.
They went in where? To the
They went to
guys.
Fresno. Yeah, they talked to Jose and everything. They went in and talked to him and chatted with them. They watched the OG footage and then they went in and tried to recreate it.
Does it show them talking to him? Like, do they interview
Yeah,
him
yeah,
and
yeah,
stuff?
yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
I'm
Talks about
very
everything.
interested in that. That's really cool.
If we can't, which I don't think we can watch on Discord, maybe I can send it to you or something. Well, I'll find a way for you to watch it because it really is cool. But they came back and they claimed that they couldn't prove it was fact or faked.
Huh. Wow.
They said it
They
was
were like actually stumped.
unexplainable.
Huh.
They couldn't recreate it, dude. Even with the CGI. I mean, you have to think it's 2007 when this took place.
Yeah.
So faking stuff like that is really, really hard.
Especially that guy. I feel like they would know if he's a CGI guy or whatever.
Yeah, right. And he recorded it like with his camera on a monitor. It's just like, he would have had like, I feel like he would have had a better setup, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, wicked good episode. But yeah, they claimed it was unexplainable, which makes I think the first video way more like credible. The
Yeah.
other
No,
videos, I don't know.
the other ones are so iffy.
Right.
I think the Yosemite one's awesome. I think that one to me, that one's also believable.
Hmm.
I mean, it could have been CGI, right? Any of this could be CGI. But
Yeah, the later videos I
to
feel like could have been
recreate
too.
that one not with CGI would be really hard, especially the way the little one is moving.
That's
You
true
know what I
too.
mean? It's like the big ones just walking, little ones like walking around like a pet, like a dog would like follow, or like a little kid would follow, like not going one path. I don't know. It's just very cool. It's very cool. Both of those videos. The other two are they're interesting, but they're not. I don't know how believable they are. I don't know.
Yeah, like I said, the Poland one probably not, and the what is the other one? Minnesota. Is that what I said? Make sure that's what I said. Montana. The
Montana.
Montana one, Poland one, I don't think are real. The Yosemite one, I kind of have a little bit of an issue with because I was thinking about it when I was watching it again. It kind of looks like there's someone closer to the camera and someone further away, so that's why he's smaller. And you know how people like put their arms in their sweatshirts sometimes, and then they can. It looks like they're just walking like with legs.
Dude, we have to watch it again because I could
You know what I'm
debunk
talking
that.
about, right?
Yeah, I know what you're saying,
Like they
but
could have been in a
we
white
gotta
morph
watch it
suit and just
again.
like creepily walking. We'll
Yeah,
watch it. All right, let me pull it
just
back up real
the
quick.
little one looked too small to be that. If they were similar size and one was further away, that would be one thing. But the little one looked tiny, looked like a kid.
Like I said, it could have been smaller, but it looked like it was further away. You know what I mean? Like the perception could have made it look really small.
Yeah, I guess we have to watch it again. I want
All
to.
right,
Now that you
let's
said
pull it
that, I
back.
want to watch it again. The legs are too long. That look at the knees. The knees go up to the.
I don't know though, because it's hard to tell if they're bending. You know what I mean? It
There's
kind of
no
looks like
way that one's
looks
that
like he's like
far away.
waddling almost, right?
No, dude, you could see the gap. Look at the gaps in the legs. It goes all the way up. It would go up to like where like your chest is. No, there's no
Mm.
way.
All right, fair enough.
And the
Fair
little
enough on
one,
that
if it
conclusion.
wasn't that close to the other guy, then I'd be like, okay, maybe it's perception. But if you look at the path and everything, it's just as close on the path. It's just tiny. I don't know. Maybe you're right. That one's I like that one a lot. That's a really cool video.
Yeah, honestly, the first video and that video are really, really cool.
Yeah.
We kind of talked about what they could possibly be. Some people say
Mhm.
aliens or extraterrestrials. Other people say a new species, misidentified
I don't know about that.
animals, hoaxes involving puppets, balloons, or stilts, and then something interdimensional.
Puppets, balloons, or stills. I mean, it's possible, right? Like all of this is possible, but that's a crazy one.
Yeah,
And
I don't know.
that's
I mean,
2011.
it's tough because I'm trying to think. In 2011, we were like 12, and in my little brain back then, it's hard to imagine someone faking something like this, but I think they
They
could have,
could.
right?
The footage is that bad enough quality where you wouldn't really know. It would have to be really well done though. Like really well done.
Right. Which brings me to my next point. A YouTuber named Captain Delusion created a viral Nightcrawler clip to show how easy it could be to fake
Oh.
it. Are you ready to take a look at this?
When was this?
It was just 12 years ago he posted this.
Oh, okay.
So 2013.
Yeah, okay.
So after that, what do we think?
Yeah. I mean, there's always going to be skeptics. I do get what he's saying. I guess I didn't really think about like removing part of the camera. And if the guy is sketchy, the guy is sketchy. How do you lose the original footage?
Right. I think that's kind of the main problem is losing original footage. And then, like he said, it went up to all these different sources before even going on to YouTube.
And wouldn't that be your prized possession if you have actual recorded footage of of this? Like, how do you lose that? That's something,
Yeah.
you know,
It's,
that is a little odd.
yeah, it definitely makes it a little more hoaxy, as they say. I don't think the video itself is comparable though. The way he like cropped out his legs because it didn't really look the same, unless the way Jose did it was he was wearing like some sort of baggy pants maybe.
Yeah.
But that's probably the only thing I can think of that's remotely close to that, hoax wise.
Yeah, it is very interesting either way, though. I mean, you never know. Like, we've talked about this a billion times before on the pod, but there is things come from this. Like, we are talking about him. You know what I mean? If he
Well, that's
didn't
true.
put that footage out, we would have never known that guy existed ever.
Yeah.
So, like,
Do you think if
fame
it
and.
was a hoax, Reed? Do you think it like by now someone would take credit for it? Like if you were to hoax something, do you think eventually you'd take credit or just
No, it's
never?
only been like 10 years or actually it's only been, almost been 20 years
It's
now.
almost been
But
20 years.
I don't think so. It depends if there's still money in it.
Okay.
Like I guarantee you this guy has tried to get money out of it.
I mean, well, he's on the shows and stuff.
That's what I'm saying. So that's number one. Like that was a different time for like the internet and stuff, but he might have been trying to get like sell stuff. Like you just never know. Like I don't know enough about the guy. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't
It'd be
know.
crazy though, because I mean, especially in that time frame, It's 2007, so it's like early days for YouTube, and it's early days for a lot of the internet stuff. So blowing
Yeah.
up and going viral is a lot harder too then.
Yeah, that is true.
So I mean, I don't think he was thinking of like online sales necessarily, or like selling like let's say stuffed animals and stuff, because there's a lot of that now.
Yeah. I know. I literally this one's really cool. This might
It
be
is
one
a
of my
really
favorites.
cool.
Like I kind of want to get like a poster or something of it, like do a couple of the cryptids, but that's like a really cool one cuz it's just so mysterious.
I think the guy that I bought the other ones off of, the like, little posters, has a Fresno Nightcrawler one.
Okay, I'll have to check it out.
Yeah, I'll send it to you later, and we can take a look at it. Um, but yeah, that's mainly the actual story of the Fresno Nightcrawlers. They were found in Fresno. There's other sightings around the world, from Poland to Montana. It's all video footage, which is crazy because you never ever see video footage.
That's what I'm saying. That's why this one's so interesting to me cuz it's like all the things we talked about are videos. Like it's not just like people saying stuff, which is
Yeah, you
obviously
never
that's
see it.
still a thing too, but like most cryptids are just word of mouth.
Right.
So it's very odd.
Even like the information too. I mean, the heights are usually the same, so like a lot of the information got around. It didn't change as much. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Sometimes it's a lot more like of like a
Even the videos,
spectral.
they look very similar, at least the two that I believe. They look very similar. Like the
They do.
creatures. It's not like I remember first episode, the pale crawlers. There
Shout
was
out the
like
first
3 or
episode.
4 different descriptions with different characteristics,
Mm-hmm.
So it's
Exactly.
very interesting. Some of the more famous cryptids were all pretty much explain the same. But
Yeah, definitely. I think yeah, that's a good point. Most of the famous like Bigfoot, Loch Ness are very similar. But I mean, this one's someone's backyard, which is
yeah,
crazy to think
it is
about.
insane if that's real. That's insane.
What do you think? Do you think overall they're real, or do you think it's
I
or
want
possibly a
to believe
hoax?
they're real. I do.
Okay,
And I don't have enough evidence to say that they're real 100%. I think we wouldn't be having this conversation if there was. But I
sure.
like to believe it. I'd like to believe it's some sort of alien or ghost like creature or something, or like spirit of some sort. Um, I don't know. It seems pretty cool. I actually really like this one. I know I said that before, but I do.
This is one of my probably top 5 favorite ones. Just because it
Yeah.
reminds me of my like little kid self too, and finding it online.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. You've known it for a while. That's really cool.
Yeah. All right, Reed. Well, I do have one more little thing.
What do you got?
Got an encounter
All right.
from Reddit. I don't know. Do I have the shout out specialist tip 8341 on Reddit? If you're listening, cool. Probably will never hear it. But anyways, so yeah, this is an encounter of the Fresno Nightcrawlers. I guess I'll just hop right into it.
Go for it.
I, a 22-year-old male, just recently got the opportunity to hike Half Dome in Yosemite. But near the end of my hike, I had a rather strange encounter. I was coming down the John Muir Trail around 6 p.m. It was still light out. Right after, I crossed the Vernal Falls Bridge and had a clear view of the massive granite cliffs below Washburn Point. When I noticed an out of place object nestled in an alcove roughly halfway up the 1,000-foot tall cliffside. It was a bright white color, whiter than any of the natural occurring patterns on the rock, and it was shaped like two big, billowy pant legs. Think MC Hammer pants. Connected at the top was some sort of odd white shape where the legs came together. The object didn't appear to be made of any sort of fabric. However, it didn't move or ripple in the high winds like you'd expect of a fabric. It's also worth noting that this was in September, so no snow anywhere on the mountainside. It was quite far away, but even so, I had estimated its height at around 7 or 8 feet. I stopped my descent to stare at it for a second when another hiker passed me and stopped to strike up a conversation. I asked her if she saw that thing up on the cliffside, and immediately she points up to the white object and goes, "Yeah, that thing looks like the kid in a white bath towel. I was wondering if you were looking at it when I saw you stopped. Mind you, this mountain we're looking at is huge, like big enough to fill your entire field of view from where we're standing. That huge." And out of all of that, she knew even before I said anything exactly what I was looking at, the weird white pants thing up on the cliff. She described it as a child in a towel, and I suspect because the gap between the white pant legs made it look like a white object wrapped around a dark object. Though the dark object was the same color as the rest of the receded alcove in the cliff. I asked her if she had ever heard of the Fresno Nightcrawler, which she hadn't. And as I explained to her what they look like, she kept staring at the thing on the cliffside and declared, "That's exactly what I'm looking at." I kept stopping to look back at it from different angles as we descended further down the trail, and each time the perspective shifted in such a way to confirm that it was some sort of solid object, not markings on the granite. I have to believe that it's some sort of strange foreign object that was planted up there or an optical illusion created by a particularly stark white piece of granite cliff. But it was eerie how neatly it appeared to match the Nightcrawler security cam trail cam footage. That was a crazy encounter. That was a lot of that kind of. I honestly kind of got lost in it.
Yeah, that went all over the place. I think it's funny that he quoted the woman like exactly
Yeah,
too. Like that's
and
you
then
don't
said
remember
it.
a whole conversation from the like you know what I mean? Like quoting of the woman is hilarious.
So what I take from this, basically, he saw something on the cliffside. A woman stopped next to him, also saw it, and then he described the Nightcrawler to her, and then she agreed that it looked like that, and they just kept walking. I think is basically what
Yeah,
happened.
and he said it he said he came to the conclusion it wasn't that, it was a solid object. I don't know,
Yeah, he
very
said it was some
interesting.
sort of weird. I don't know. It's so bizarre, but that's the only encounter I could find online of it.
Oh
Also, he claimed it
yeah.
was 7 feet tall.
Yeah, no, that's crazy.
So does it really
And
fit?
just to be staring at something that's not moving at all is kind of funny.
Yeah. What if it was just a rock?
It probably was just a rock or like a sculpture or something random. Like I don't know. You never know what that stuff. That's funny though. It's still interesting. Uh, I mean, is that guy up there alone, just hiking alone at night?
It's a guy in white pants. I mean, yeah, it's 6 p.m., so I guess it's still bright out, right?
Oh, okay, okay, 6 p.m. I was picturing it at night. I was like, what are these people doing? A
Yeah, it's
woman
it's like
hiking
nine
by herself
o'clock.
and a guy? Yeah, it's like what the.
Yeah, I don't know. Weird encounter. Do I believe it? Not particularly. Do I think it's a Fresno Nightcrawler? Not really.
No, I mean, I believe it. I'll believe that maybe he had an encounter with something he thought
Something.
kind of looked like the Nightcrawler, whatever. Yeah, but he kind of said even at the end, he was like, "Yeah, no, it's just a solid object."
Yeah, it was just like not moving
It's
at
like
all and
not
didn't
worth
do
posting
anything.
this at all, but
Yeah, I'm just throwing it out here just in case.
yeah. Oh no, I mean, still interesting though.
Yeah, no, definitely. It's something to think
It
about.
if it does one thing, it proves that this is a bigger like this story got around. Like a lot of people
Right.
know about it, so it's kind of cool.
Oh, yeah, it's definitely circulated. There's still news online, like from 2020, 2024, that people talk about
Oh,
the
like
Nightcrawlers in
news
Fresno. Yeah.
channels.
Yeah, like even just like random like blog posts and stuff too.
Oh, that's so
Why were the
cool.
Fresno Nightcrawlers so big? Like it's funny. You can literally just look it up and it'll pop up with stuff.
That's hilarious. I know this one's very interesting. This is cool.
Yeah, I was gonna say, what do you think overall about the Fresno Nightcrawlers?
I like them.
Yeah, me too.
They're
They're
just
really
so
cool.
interesting, and they're not like scary. Like there's no like encounters in person. Like they look scary for sure. If I saw one, I'd freak out. Like wow, you know what I
I
mean?
wish we had some around here.
That would be cool. But
Spooky
I don't
pants.
know. No, I just think they're cool. I don't know why. They just grab me.
Yeah, they're
Cool
definitely
little dude.
attention grabbers, and it's awesome to have video footage. Finally.
Yeah, I know. We gotta find more cryptids with actual video footage. That was really fun watching that. Yeah, we'll have it on Instagram and stuff, guys, if you want to check them
Definitely.
out
Chasing Spirits on Instagram.
with a Z.
With the Z.
So yeah, no, I think it's cool. I have a question for you.
Okay, yeah, go for it.
We kind of talked about it before,
Hmm.
but I don't know if you had a clear answer.
Okay.
What do you think it is? Because I explained what I think a little bit, like maybe an alien, maybe a ghost. What do you think it is?
Oh, like the actual Fresno Nightcrawler. I think it's more, like I said, maybe alien esque.
Okay, you're thinking more alien. Okay.
Yeah, there's not a lot of sightings, so I think they can. I want to say this because I was going some route, but I'm thinking maybe alien interdimensional being
Okay.
because you don't see them anymore, or that often, I should say. There's time gaps in between them, and there's also distance in between them. So we're gonna take every sighting at face value and say they're all real. These things have traveled extremely far, and to do that, I think there'd have to be some sort of like alien or interdimensional being where they can kind of almost like teleport around or get around by, let's say, like a UFO. That would explain their
Mm,
bodies not having arms. Maybe their planet, they don't need it. And they can kind
okay.
of like float, you know what I mean? Like they kind of float over the
Telepathic or
land.
something. Yeah.
something of the sorts. I think it's probably more believable than a cryptid because let's say it's not like chupacabra. Chupacabra is a cryptid, right?
Yeah. No, I
And you
get what
see
you're
that a lot.
saying.
It's
Yeah,
like
it's like one creature in one area, and like there's sightings other places that normally aren't actually actual sightings,
exactly.
but there's a lot in that one area for a certain period of time. Yeah, no, it's definitely bigger than that. And if there is a place for aliens to go, it's probably California. Like, well, I mean, there like if you're talking about like aliens coming from the ocean or like trying not to be seen,
Hmm.
coming from the ocean area and going to like a wooded area, like California's a lot of woods and nature and stuff, so you never know. It's possible. It's a good location if it was aliens.
Which just like whipped out a ray gun. Pew, pew. I'd prove
Oh
my
my
point.
god.
But I'm thinking too though, it got caught so many times on security camera. Would it really be an alien?
It
You know what I mean? That
yeah,
kind of
that's fair.
defies the
I know. Have we
intelligence.
not caught other aliens on footage? If like, are they the aliens? Possible.
Oh.
The
They're
only
the
aliens.
aliens. That's the only aliens. There's no grays.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I don't know. Overall, Fresno is just such a cool. It's such a cool thing. The Nightcrawlers are cool.
Dude, speaking of California, poor California right now.
I
Poor
know the
LA.
fires
That's
are.
so sad.
It's honestly devastating to look at. The pictures
Oh,
are
it's
crazy.
terrible.
Like I
It's
said, it
so
blows my
bad.
mind.
Like
It's so cold here, and we have snow, and then they're just getting destroyed by this fire.
Inferno. It is really
Yeah.
scary. I saw a clip of like a year ago, Joe Rogan was talking about like a firefighter was warning him. He's like, "Yeah, like LA, if we get the right wind and there's a fire going on, it's just going to burn through LA." You know what I mean? And it actually happened. It's like so crazy. It's just like I mean,
Yeah.
California really messed up a lot of stuff. Like they cut all their fire department. They didn't take any measures to make sure the fire hydrants worked. Like there's so many terrible things that made it way worse. But if you have it was like 80-mile-an-hour winds, I think, or something stupid, like something ridiculous. If you have 80-mile-an-hour winds with fire and it's just miles of fire, there's no amount of people that can stop that. There's none.
I know. Yeah, you can't do anything at this point. It is kind of sad.
It's ridiculous. Crazy stuff.
Yeah, definitely wild. The news is getting crazy.
It is.
I'm
It
only
is.
seeing
It
it.
is. It is. Um, alien stuff in the news kind of slowed down. Maybe it's
Oh,
to
don't worry.
distract us.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, we'll bring the chasing spirits in the headlights again.
Yes, we will.
That'll be back with video footage
Um,
though.
do we want to rate?
We love to write this. Yeah.
All right, you want to go over the scale?
Yes. Let me start. So 1 star being not scary, 2 stars slightly unsettling, 3 stars somewhat creepy, 4 stars seriously spooky, and 5 stars terrifying. Reed, where are you gonna put the Fresno Nightcrawlers today?
On the spooky scale,
Mm-hmm.
I'm going a 2.
Damn, I'm not even gonna lie to you. I think that's exactly where I was gonna put them too.
Really?
Yeah,
Yeah,
because
because it's like
watching it,
you
it's
can't
cool.
go higher. It's very, very like if this was like a "Do you like this" scale,
Yeah.
how what do you think about this? Probably a 4.5 or a 5. But for being scared of it, like even in a situation, if I was like not face to face with it, obviously I'd be terrified because I don't know. But like if I had a backyard camera and saw that, I would be like, "What the heck is that?" But it wouldn't make me fear my backyard, you know, like other things could.
Yeah, agreed. Yeah, it
So I
wouldn't
don't
make me
know. I
feel
just have
scared
to,
in my house.
yeah, I just have to like land in a 2, you know?
Do you think you can beat them up?
I don't know if I can. I don't know. I don't think so. I think it would just like lift one leg and just kick me in the stomach, kick through my
I was gonna
body.
say, how many of them can you take on? But if you can't even take one, we're doomed.
To be honest with you, they're actually 4 feet and they just have legs. I could probably beat the piss out of them. Probably take out like 7 or 8 of them.
7 or 8? Okay, all right, fair
I
enough.
really think so. It depends
I'm gonna
what
get
their
four
moves are. If
people.
they start kicking, I might be screwed. They got long legs. They might
God.
be able to standing knee me in the face.
Oh my Jesus.
Just
That'd
a
be
spinning
crazy.
knee. Just in the mouth.
I'd pay to watch that stream. Reed fighting 7
We go
Fresno
to that
Nightcrawlers.
exact guy's backyard. I just start beating the
Yeah.
crap out of him.
What is that called? Backyard boxing or whatever, where they set up the rings?
I don't know.
It's backyard beatdown. I don't know, some weird name
Oh
for it.
yeah, I know what you're talking about. Oh my god,
That'd be
that'd be
funny.
a funny animation. Someone
True.
animated
True.
fighting one of those things. That'd be crazy. Or like in a video game. Ah, dude, how cool would that be? A video game that you're just like a
VR fighting Fresno
no. It would
Nightcrawlers.
be out there, but imagine it's like a video game where you're sent and you
Mhm.
have to go fight all the cryptids. Like you have to go try and hunt and kill all the cryptids, and they're all real, and they all like you have
Oh.
different ways you have to fight them. That would be crazy.
Just phasmophobia, but for cryptids.
That would be cool.
That would be cool. No one take that idea. We're doing that.
Sorry, we're doing that. Cut it out. Cut it out.
But yeah, no, I agree. 2 stars for sure.
Definitely
not
2
violent.
stars.
They're not that scary. It's
Yeah,
cool.
they don't seem violent.
Videos are fire.
The videos are awesome. I'm gonna watch them again.
I'm gonna watch them again. I'm gonna watch them tonight in the dark.
Yeah, maybe we'll definitely post them on Instagram. Maybe we'll put like a 1 through 4, so you know which ones we were talking about.
True.
You can
Put 'em right in order.
explore it for yourself. Let us know your opinions in the comments on Instagram or anywhere else you can find us.
Make sure you rate
we're
us
working
5
on
stars on Spotify.
Rate us 5 on Spotify. We're working on like a Discord channel, just somewhere we can post some cool stuff and get suggestions, all that stuff. So,
Oh, true. Yeah, we can put the content there too.
but yeah, no, I think overall super cool. I very much enjoyed this one. This was a cool one.
Thank you. Glad you
And
enjoyed.
I guess whatever I do next week, Ethan's picking. So if it's
Woohoo! I know
terrible,
exactly what you're
that's on him.
It'll be good. Don't worry. I got a swinger for you. I already thought of it.
Oh, you did? Okay. We'll
tell you in a
chat
minute.
about it. All right, guys. We'll see you on the next episode, Chasing the Spirits That Haunt Our World.
Reed, before we continue, Carlos is calling me.
Okay.
Hey, Carlos, what's up?
Hey, am I missing something?
I don't know. Are you missing something?
Sorry, isn't the party today?
No, party's tomorrow.
The party's tomorrow?
Yeah, it's on the 12th.
Wait. Oh my god. We came.
Did you drive all the way down here?
Yeah.
Oh, Jesus.
Wait.
Oh, that's funny.
Wait.
Yeah.